Okay, so in more NRL news, Luke Brooks has rejected a 2-year contract extension from the West Tigers, and he has stated his intent to leave the club at the end of the season, which is very, very interesting. Much like Ben Hunt basically saying he wants to leave the St George Illawarra Dragons, Luke Brooks has now basically said he doesn't want to stay at the West Tigers. Now, the situation is, as I say, the salary cap. Okay, a lot of clubs have already basically tied up a lot of their players and salary cap for next year. So where does he go? Where does Luke Brooks end up? Because there are actually rumours circulating that he may look at the Super League as an option. But as a rugby league fan and as a fan of sport, the Super League doesn't have the money it used to. He will not be able to command the same salary over here in the UK that he can in Australia or New Zealand. So it'll be interesting to see where he ends up. There's a lot of rumours linking him with the Newcastle Knights, where he was agitating to move to over the last couple of seasons. He could, Canberra will be looking, the Raiders will be looking for a replacement for Jack Whiten long term, although they have players like Schneider in their system. Obviously, Ben Hunt's now said he wants to leave the Dragons. Whether he leaves with immediate effect or not, we'll wait and see. So the Dragons could be looking for a replacement for Ben Hunt as soon as next week, because he may ask to have his contract terminated and he wants to leave immediately. So he could end up in a swap deal with the Dragons and have a go there. Other clubs may want to have some cover in the halves, but he will not be commanding the money he is currently on. He's over $1 million on his contract. He will not command that money under the salary cap. So it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up. Big blow, obviously, for the West Tigers. They have issues in their halves because of injury. They let Jackson Hastings go at the end of last year, which left a lot of people scratching their heads. They stayed with Luke Brooks. Dewey has gone down with injury, so he's not playing at this time. They got Wakeham, who's not really working with him and Brooks. Brooks is currently injured, so this is obviously going to frustrate Tim Sheens and Benji Marshall, which obviously they want him to stay. They want him to be part of this plan of rebuilding the club, getting the club back into finals football. But Luke Brooks has never played finals football. And a lot of the time when the West Tigers have a bad performance and he's playing, he gets blamed for it. The fan base is frustrated, and I think it's taken its toll on Luke Brooks. He doesn't want to stay there anymore. On his day, he can be fantastic. He can be a fantastic player. But it's clearly not working, and we'll have to see where he ends up. There are some teams that could use Luke Brooks as a replacement or in their halves combination. But again, salary cap considerations and how much money would he actually want on a contract, considering he's turned down a lucrative offer at the West Tigers for a contract extension in his favour. He has turned that down. He has decided not to activate the contract extension, which would have been in his favour. So he's turned down money. So this is not about money. I think this where he ends up, we'll find out in the fullness of time. But he's rejected the contract extension. So we'll see what happens with Luke Brooks. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Where do you think he ends up? Please place those thoughts in the comment section below, and I will have some more content for you very, very soon.